Hello, welcome back to Cinders. Alright, so, progressing with the story, we have nowhere else to go but to town. We didn't let Sophia come with us, which was kind of dumb, because we didn't even have a choice in the matter, like, in the gameplay terms, anyway, but anyway, let's see what who Cinders runs into. Another day of freedom I can spend on the town. There's always something going on here. Even now I see some commotion in the street. I wonder what it is about. Hello. The moment I saw my cow die, I knew it. It was those evil beads of yours that did it. What are you talking about, woman? My poor Molly has died, and she was in so much pain for days. She mooed like she has never mooed before. It was almost like moaning or crying. I like this voice I've given to this lady. It was your fault. I have seen the bad omens. My poor Molly moaning and the odor her wretched body made. It must have been your curse, witch. Cows smell on their own, and your Molly didn't need my help in that department. You might not have noticed because you only bathe occasionally. Oh, ice burn. Okay. Okay. My poor Molly is dead, lifeless as a clump of mud on the street, and the heartless witch that you are dare to jest about it. I knew it was your doing, you wretched... I'm laughing because there is little else to do. How should I react to your stupidity? You want someone to blame? I told you to come to me so I could take a look at your bloody cow and heal it. But did you listen? No! The animal's pain was not enough reason to spare a few coins. When she said bloody cow, is that like a Britishism, like bloody cow? Or is it like literally the cow was bloody because it was sick? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it'll get up like a cow from Into the Woods. I don't know. But I did bring her to you. When it was terminal, before that you said, it is for fate to decide what happens. And who would have guessed? It doesn't work out well. But you said the cow would die. And she did. I said it'd die if you won't take care of it. The damn cow was seriously ill. You could see that for yourself. You only came to me when I couldn't move anymore. Only then you realized trusting fate won't do. Well, too late! Now you're searching for someone else to take blame for your stupidity. Oh, but she didn't die until you looked at her, you witch. This whole town knows you are bad news. You are not welcome here. Shut up, or else I will turn you into a frog! Or a cow to compensate for your loss. Oh my. Oh my. What's going on here? Yay, Pearl! It's been so long. Oh. Oh, good captain. Please, arrest this evil witch for killing my poor Molly with her evil eye and her devilish beads. She has... Molly? My poor cow! She was so kind and helpful, and... Is there any truth to what she accuses you of? I'm not even going to dignify that foolishness with an answer. If this idiot doesn't want to take responsibility for her own actions, fine, but leave me out of this. Alright then. My dear lady, I'm going to have to ask you to go home and wait till I sort this out. But I will make it my responsibility to sort this out. Now please go home. And do not pursue this matter on your own. Do you understand? Yes, I do. Fine. I do apologize for this woman's behavior, and I hope you have not been bothered by this. You know how the townspeople are when they feel hurt or helpless. Oh, I do know. They blame the wicked witch. Sometimes with the help of torches and pitchforks. I hope, however, that you realize that you are welcome here. These are good people. They just get carried away sometimes. They expect you to always be able to bail them out of their problems. For generations they did that. Of all the old noble professions, yours is still needed. Oh yes, I am so needed that you had to intervene. How many times has it been now? Them blaming me for their own stupidity. This town sure has a strange way of showing appreciation. It might be the time to move on now. Now surely you don't mean that. Just yesterday this young woman told everyone in how much you have helped her, and... Sure. A grateful lady nobody listens to one day. Insults, blame, and pitchforks the next. That seems like a good cue to leave. You have good reasons to be angry. Oh, just give me some time, please. I need to think. Someone in town should, anyway. Fine. I consider the matter settled, and you will do as you see fit, like you always do. Until next time, madam. And he just, walked right in front of me. Good day, Cinders. I did not notice you standing there. Good day to you too, Captain. May I inquire what is going on? Oh, just another day in the town. As usual. Nothing out of the ordinary. Sure, let's attack the witch, as usual. Exactly my point. That is not what I meant. I meant there is no danger, so you do not need to worry. Cinders, everything will be fine. Don't you have some robbers to kill, or at least vagabonds to hold down by the ear? Or did picking up girls just become a priority for the town's watch? I have been in many battles, and I have stood my ground. But when a lady as decisive as Madame Gate gets her temper up, there is no shame in retreat. So please excuse me, Cinders. I shall bid you ladies farewell. I will stay in the inn for a while if you feel like talking. Oh, no need to apologize. Farewell, Captain. Yeah, the captain doesn't really strike me as a ladies' man. I don't know. I mean, he seems like too professional, too profesh for that sort of thing. On the job, at least. But what happened here exactly? People are strange here. Illogical and stupid. They just sit and demand, do nothing and hope. Morons! Wow, Madame Gate is just pissed. She's she just doesn't like anyone today. Okay. The time has come for me to change the scenery. Oh. What? What did they do? Oh, nothing spectacular, just more of the usual. People come to me. For medicine, for advice, for a solution to every stupid problem they have created. They still fear me, though. Every time something goes wrong, I'm to blame. They used to blame the devil, or evil forces. Now the evil forces conveniently live next door. Surely the townsfolk do not mean that. They seem to respect you a lot. There's a very thin line between respect and fear. This happens in every single place I travel to. It takes time for resentment to build up, however. A new town should do. But you have friends here. Just a second ago, I thought I saw you speaking with the captain on very familiar and mostly friendly terms. Oh, we do have some history together. What? But do not let me bore you with the details. Oh, I ship it. I ship it. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, please. Your curiosity is commendable. But let's discuss something of more importance. Have you given any thought to our last conversation? Not yet. I haven't had the time to... Good. That means I don't have to give more advice right now. So take your time, Cinders, and come to me when you have decided. Just don't wait too long, because I intend to leave this damn town soon, and I will not look back. Thank you. I will take time to consider, and decide soon. You do that. Goodbye, child. How old is Madame Gage? She looks young, but, like, not that young, but, like, I mean, I don't know. She has smooth skin. I don't know. Goodbye. That woman really got to her. Who would have thought? Tough, cynical Madame Gade, whose wrath can move mountains, touched by a simple townswoman's remark about mooing. It's like mocking Maureen's song "Over the Moon" from from Rent. What a reference! Moo with me, Madame Gade. Come on. I don't know. I will have to consider that side of her. Vulnerable and so human. But right now I have a whole day of freedom to plan as I will. What shall I do now? Maybe pay Tobias a visit again? Wink wink. Nudge nudge. Especially after last night. I guess I could drop by and see how he's doing. Just an innocent meetup of two old friends. Yeah, sure. Just an innocent meetup of two old friends. I'm sure that's exactly what it was. Yeah. Okay. I could also spend some time in the tavern, chatting with townspeople, making friends, and hearing all the gossip. That is where the life of the town concentrates. Okay, so... And the captain said he was headed there. Speaking to him proved to be worthwhile so far. Okay, so these options... Choices, yes, I know. Watch out, Cinders, or you may get used to it. Okay, so, yeah. Like I said, or like I was in the middle of saying, these seem like the default, like, storyline choices that would happen regardless of what other events I made happen with my previous choices, or something like that. So that's why she's not referring to Tobias and, like, the fact that, you know, they, like, kissed. And, I mean, I like, so Tavern is where, Perrault is, and then the store is where Tobias is. Should we follow up our, thing with Tobias? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it would be poor character to, go talk to another guy and just get gossip, get town gossip. But, she's saying, like, old friends, like, what's gonna happen? Yeah, like, okay, let's go to the store. I can't not do this, because Tobias deserves another visit, especially as Carmosa is getting back tomorrow, and it may be hard to see each other again. Thank you. Okay, he does. Now, this better not be awkward, and he better acknowledge, you know, their new relationship status, whatever that is. Hello there, Mr. Merchant. Hello, Cinders. What brings you to my humble establishment? Oh, I was just around the town again and thought, this is really weird. I thought I'd drop by, no special reason. Are they just, like, beating around the bush, or, like, what? Like, I see you're well enjoying your newly found freedom. Didn't we do this already? This is, like, can't deny it. So, how was your day? I'm glad you've asked. Something strange happened that I needed to talk about. That, or I'll start wondering if I dreamt it. What, that you guys, like, kissed? Oh, did you win the royal lottery? Just as improbable. I actually had a conversation with Gloria. Okay, yeah, that did happen. Oh, I'm sorry, was that it? The unreal thing was that you talked with your sister? So I presume it was something more than a simple exchange of insults? To be honest, I'm not sure what it was myself, but it was different. We were both speaking, and I think this time she was listening. She also said that I'm free to do what I wish today. Now that's just awkward. What? No, that's what's awkward, Tobias? Come on. Would you like to get some herbs? She must be ill. What? I'm serious, Tobias. It may seem like nothing to you, but believe me, those little things that are probably ordinary in normal families, they don't happen in our house. Did they friend-zoned each other again? Is that what's happening? Maybe she sees and understands you more than you like to give her credit for. With all the blindness that comes from her resentment toward you, she'd have to be a complete fool not to realize that she cannot control you indefinitely. It sounds manipulative and complex, so there's a large chance that it's exactly what made her or Carmosa give me the day off. there's also the slight chance of Gloria just trying to be nice to her sister for a change. Do you think that's even Oh, hi, dude. I forgot about you. Oi, boss, sir. You wouldn't happen to have a new task for your old mate, would you? Gold has a habit of running from me pockets like Captain Heat, and your last payment... Oh. Bollocks. Oh, you! Finally she's seeing this exchange between Tobias and this dude. And, like, she's gonna figure out what's going on here. The pretty bird! Now, isn't this a friendly get-together? If I'm the bird, then what does that make you? You certainly have a way of appearing out of the blue anywhere I go. He's the worm. Duh. If you're the bird, then I'm the worm. No? Owl City? Anyone? Okay. First in the woods, then in my own house. And now here. You must be the most popular person in the whole kingdom. Probably. You saw us that night? Now aren't you? No, wrong person. Now aren't you the busybody lassie? All I did was putting 2 and 2 together. What? All I did was putting 2. Okay, weird grammar. You aren't exactly immaculate at this undercover business you've got going on. Also, it's not easy to hide from me. True that, true that. In any case, you came just in time. In time to answer my questions and answer them fully. And candidly. Okay, so this... I'm glad we're coming back around to this, because the whole date with Tobias thing put this off, and she avoided asking the tough questions. Now we're facing what the heck is going on here. So, such terrible words come from that pretty mouth. Frankly, Cinders, I'm curious as well. A bit uneasy, but mostly curious. Oh, it's all very simple, really. 2 days ago, you came to our home to talk with Carmosa. I want to know what it was about. But I've told you it's nothing big, lassie. Rumors are me trade, so keep your petticoat on. So that was a little gossip for a little coin. Oh, I bet I know what the gossip is. Are we finally getting to the point of this whole story? If this is what I think. Yes! Yes! If you mean the one about the royal ball, then some small news it is. I can only imagine what's going on in the noble houses with unwed daughters right now. Okay. The plot of Cinderella finally is, like, unfolding. But I love this version of the story because of all these, like, nuances and side plots. But I did want to get to the main plot thread of the fairy tale, so here we go. How did she know about the royal ball? I think the sisters were talking about it. It's been so long. You're surprisingly bad at lying. Rumor's worth as much as what people are willing to pay for it. And I'm sure it costed poor Carmosa dearly. Poor she may be, but she knows how to haggle, that one. She has ears of her own, too. She'll learn about the ball soon enough. Folks are buzzing like busy bees about nothing else. Really? Hardly anybody in town has been talking about it. Which is exactly why you're so bad at lying. Why would Carmosa pay a man like you for secondhand news? Which is no news at all, is beyond me. Tobias, can you go close that window behind you over your shoulder? Like, it's annoying. It's distracting. The wind is like, yeah, blowing it back and forth. Okay. Actually, knowing she'd be interested in the first place... Say, you never told how exactly did you meet Lady Carmosa? Good question, good question. Gossip's me trade, and devil take me if I'm given anything for free, 'cause some lassie fanned her eyelashes. I made it the word eye up right there. Just lashes. What other lashes, though? That's all, a trade secret. Am I right, boss, sir? She does have a point here, and her question certainly piqued my curiosity. I reckon the little bird picked something up all right. Tell her. Ooh. Tell her. Nasty business, mates. Nasty ambush. Methinks I'll just run for the door now and call it a day. It's been swell talking. Not a step. As a law-abiding subject of our prince, I'm obliged to report any crime or mischief I know of to the captain and his guard. I'm sure Perrault would love to get something solid on you, but suspicious behavior and conspiracy will have to do. I'm sure it's enough for a lovely night in the dungeon. Uh-oh. Aha, we gotcha. I can't believe you'd snitch on your old mate, boss, sir. It's business, nothing personal. Friend. Oh boy. Okay. We got him. Fine, I'll tell you. But only the missy here will hear it. Oh, come on. Bloody hell, some demon speaks through those red lips. You must take me for a complete fool if you think I'll let her go alone with you, and so you can flee. It's all right, Tobias. He won't run, will you, boss? He knows it would force me to inform the captain, whom I just saw a moment ago, right outside the store. And he's at the tavern now, I think. Yes, missy, anything you say. Alright, very well. See, I knew we would come to an agreement sooner or later. Alright, cool. Did Thomas Kincaid paint that painting down there? It's really good. I love Thomas Kincaid. I have a Thomas Kincaid calendar for the year for 2019. It's awesome. Anyway, would you like to step outside and tell me everything, my friend? My friend. Yes, missy. Lead on. Are you sure about this, Cinders? Don't worry. We're all friends here, after all. Yep. Why don't we just go to Central Perk and talk about... This episode will be called The One with the Whatever. I don't know. Alright, let's stop here and talk. The one with the creepy dude. The one with the mooing. How about that? That's the name of this episode. The one with the creepy dude and the mooing. Or the one with the mooing. I don't know. Not exactly a hiding place. Middle of the town, eh, love? Sure could use some more privacy. Privacy? Is that the right accent? Privacy. What? The music is crazy right now. Okay. I'm not going to give you a chance to escape now. And don't try anything stupid. The captain's right on the other side of the street. Remember that. Fine, you little devil. You little prying Pandora. I'm pretty sure I used that joke already. I'll tell you what I know. Just don't yell if I can't remember all the details. I've short memory. I can't remember. Can't. Oh, my accent is slipping. The Shady character's not shady enough. He's not the real Slim Shady. Okay. You've heard all my question you've heard my question already. What was the message you brought to Carmosa? A dashing young gentleman like yourself should have no trouble recalling the last few days. How old is he? He looks like he's about, like, 45. I mean, he doesn't look that young. I don't know. But I'm not saying 45 is not young. Maybe, let's say, he doesn't look... I don't know. Blazing hell, lassie. You and your adder's tongue. I remember. So I was out in the woods, resting me head on the ground, enjoying the peace and quiet that only nature can bring. Calm shimmer of the lake, away from the wickedness. Don't digress. Of the city, sleeping like a brat I was. Do you often sleep outdoors? Why were you sleeping by the lake? Why wouldn't you sleep by the lake? Looks comfortable there. Now that's a mighty good question, innit, love? Can't say I know the answer, though. I just woke up there. Oh, and magical place, the pond in the woods. Me auntie used to tell me stories of... Get back to the topic, will you? But I'm on it! I woke up and heard voices. Thought 'twas just like me auntie's stories, of the fair folk, you know, made of light and wisp, prettier than the finest ladies they are. But there were no wisps. And what happened then? I hid. What else? This head's still upon his neck because it knows when it's time to jump into the bushes. This is turning into like my Johnny Depp impression. You know what I mean. Who were those people? Ah, an excellent question, Birdie. Me gut tells me you'll love this. 'Twas the noble Captain Perrault, and he was talking to... the Prince! Dun dun dun! Okay. There's already climactic music playing. The Prince was talking with Perrault in the woods? Oh, we saw that scene. We totally saw that scene where they were like doing something for sport. I don't know. Like hunting. I don't know. Seems a bit strange, doesn't it? What were they talking about? Oh, some posh problems of the rich folk. Too much free time's bad for the head. Our future His Royal Highness kept on whining about wenches of all things. How are they all empty-headed or boring to talk to? The Prince was discussing women? Well, you know, it's been said that any man in possession of a fortune must be in want of a wife, or whatever. The first paragraph of Pride and Prejudice, look it up. That he was, very unkingly of him, if you ask me, and foolish, too. Who cares if the bird's dumb or dull? That's not what I want from me wenches. He is the most pirate guy ever, I swear right now. Okay, yes, wonderful. Now back to the subject, please. What did they speak of? The captain said something about rules, but I didn't hear that part with me head still spinning and the water shimmering so loud. Don't know what they meant, but the Prince was mighty happy and said something about the ball. The grand ball. Maybe AC/DC will sing a song about it, and I'm not going to recite the lyrics to that in this video, but you know. He got some idea in that royally empty head of his. I heard it because of them crowns. Very bad for the head. Anyway, there was a new idea that he liked. The Grand Royal Ball, where the future queen is to be chosen by the prince? Yes, I know of it. Just tell me about the prince and his idea. Why was he so happy about it? 'Twas about masks, making all the lassies wear them. Masquerade! Yes. Yes, yes. All these phantom references have paid off, because that's what we're building up to. You mean a masked ball? A masquerade? That's what I just said. I didn't know the rich birds are so horrid. Oh wait. I don't think it's because of that. Did he say why the masks are so important to him? Oh, I know why. I know why. It's like a reality show. It had something to do with the elders, the families, lots of lords and ladies wanting to trade their daughters, and only one prince. Too much competition's bad for business and tempers. So he's trying to dodge accusations of being biased. Clever. Well, I thought it was he was trying to judge the women by their, like, conversation skills and not how they look, but okay. I don't know. I knew that. Don't know what's wrong with seeing a nice face there. Is that what they mean? Is that what's going on? Because that doesn't sound like they were saying something different. And what if the bird's got a pimple right between her eyes? Won't notice nothing with masks and such, unless he wants to ogle their curves. Oh my. Oh my. Ooh, bit on the nasty side, nobles. Me auntie told me stories, gossip really about the shenanigans going on between them and the palace. Stuff that'd make a confessor blush. Alright, I get the picture. A masked ball, you say. It makes a lot of sense, actually. The prince can pretend he's choosing his bride by judging her more subtle qualities. And there's no way of any of the houses accusing him of favoring one over another. Who knows, maybe he isn't really pretending. Perhaps having a choice is what he really wants? Devilishly clever, love. Glad you got the smarts to see through all that. Saved me time having to explain all that to you. Ball for the noble birds and they all have a chance, no matter how pimply or horrid. What's with you and pimples? Like, Okay, made me think of Carmosa and her pretty lassies. Cinders is one of the lassies. I mean, she's not one of the biological lassies, but she's one of them, technically. Okay. No, not you, the other wenches. I mean sisters, your lovely sisters. Figured the old lady would pay with kingly coin for rumor like that. Okay. So, you don't think Cinders wants to be a part of this? I mean, she doesn't now, because of Tobias, right? So there's to it. You satisfied, love? My dear friend, this isn't even half of the story I wanted to hear. You better get to the more juicy stuff right away. Well, it's all there's to it. I swear on my auntie's pimples. What? What? Oh my gosh. He must have been traumatized by his auntie's pimples when he was a kid, or like, I don't even know what to say about that. Okay. Alright, okay, so what approach should I take? Focus on connection with Carmosa, appeal to his morals, or threaten him? Threaten him is like the Sith Lord path of this game, or whatever. We're going to turn to the dark side if we do that. So, I don't appeal to his morals, like what, like, focus on his connection with Carmosa. That's what I'm going to do. Because that's what we really want to find out. I don't... It's all fine and beautiful what you've told me, but there are so many things missing, my friend. Like, why is it so important for Carmosa that the ball will be a masquerade? But what puzzles me even more is how come you knew it'd be interesting for her in the first place? You would have to know her pretty well to figure that. This has something to do with your past, doesn't it? You've been working for her for quite some time, haven't you? Fine. There is one thing. A wee detail. Really nothing. Really, nothing? I knew this rumor would be worth a lot for the lady, you know? I know her and know that what she's like. So you did work for her before. What did you do? Why is she smiling through this whole thing? Okay, I might have given her a hand earlier with the ball, love. So she could get in. How? The goose and her ducklings weren't exactly invited. The lady asked me to help them. Help them how? Good, that's the right expression, Cinders. You should be peeved at all of this. Oh, let's just say it required a bit of quality craftsmanship. What? Craftsmanship? You mean you forged invitations for them? Me? Sure I didn't. Me talents knowing folks with talents of their own. Got them invitations from a friend. Was it Tobias? Because is that where Tobias comes into this? Reckon the old lady's a bit dim if she thought nobody'd notice she got in with fake papers. But hey, who is me humble person to doubt a noble lady and her ways of spending money? And that's how you learned how important the ball was for her. So when you heard about the masquerade, you told her about that as well. As you said, she could get in with fake papers, but she would risk getting recognized. Not so much if it's a masked ball, and that's why this information was worth so much to her. Aye, see? It's only a wee job, a nil. Only natural this bloke forgot all about it, eh? So this means that she could actually be in deep trouble. Incredible. Carmosa ordered a forgery. This could be my chance. Oi, lassie! You even listening? Can I go now? A man can handle only so many stressful events in one day, you realize? This could be my leverage. What? Oh, yes, you can do what you wish. You already helped me a lot. We're done with you. You've served your purpose in this story, I guess. Oh, Carmosa, your secrets really are your greatest weakness. Alright, so what you gonna do? She's gonna go, like, blackmail Carmosa? No. Alright. Get her put in jail or whatever. Can you imagine? And Carmosa withheld that minor detail from all of us. Who would have thought our friend was such an able business person? He sure gets around. Oh, yes. Let us concentrate on the aptitude of the unimportant guy. The big problem and potential scandal is not going anywhere anyhow. I'm sorry, Cinders. It's just a big surprise for me, as well as information of some consequence. He is just a vagabond, you see, and everyone recognizes him as one. And I have hired him numerous times, always for some minor and menial tasks, and yet here he is, a sparkling potential criminal mastermind. Who would have... Tobias, concentrate. What is the subject of this conversation? I don't know. Oh, this is hard. Not him, then? Tobias, are you daft? Very good. See, you can do it if you try hard enough. I mean, you know, I guess I don't know if they're, like, in a relationship now or whatever, or, like, dating or whatever, but at least they still have that old friends, sort of, like, childhood friends chemistry thing going on. They still tease each other. Which is good. At least they didn't contrive the relationship totally, you know. But, alright, back to the main point. What do you want to do with this newly acquired information? I have no idea yet. Do you think this could get Carmosa into prison? Is this what you want? I'm not sure yet. I'm just weighing my options. Well, in that case, it definitely could be used against her, but would it suffice? I'm not so sure. Do you think I should try to get her arrested? You should be the one to make that decision, just as it will be you to experience its consequences. Would you succeed? What would happen to the house if you did? Those are just some of the factors you should take into consideration. Take your time to think it over. That actually sounds very wise. Not entirely unhelpful. Thank you. I guess I'll go for a walk around the city and think about it. Sounds like an idea for a pleasant afternoon. Would you care for some company? Oh, but you've just said I should be alone thinking. You did say that. I did. Damn my wisdom. I should have kept my mouth shut. I could enjoy your company a bit longer then. Ah, but I agree with your advice. I think I do need some time alone to figure out what my life should be about. Please, don't get mad. Take all the time you need. I'll be here if you need me, or if you simply feel like talking. Just remember, you don't have to be alone anymore. Thank you. It's new to me. I think this one time I just want to be alone for a little while and think. But I appreciate what you've said a lot. I meant it. I will be waiting here when you come back. Now just go and take the most disgust walk this year. I'll just stay here and miss you. What a weird, most disgust walk. The walk everyone's talking about. Okay, thank you, Tobias. See you soon, my wise man. Oh, my wise man. What a pet name for him, I guess. Alright. It's astonishing what a simple walk can do to one's spirits. I agree. I love walking. I had a nice walk today at the Arboretum, the Morris Arboretum in Chestnut Hill. It's beautiful, and it's the spring. Alright. But, well, I don't know. It would fit into this world of this game quite well. Fairy tale world. But there's probably an Arboretum somewhere around here, right? In this game? Okay. If I'm going to miss the freedom to do something, then above all else, it's going to be the freedom to wander about whenever I please. When I walk with no specific goal, no destination, I can just switch off and observe my thoughts. Jumping into their little drawers with each step. Sorry, that was a yawn. It's been a long day. For me and Cinders both, right? Right, Cinders? It's been a long day. And strolling through the market has its moments too. I saw the most gorgeous shoes. Okay, I didn't expect that, but shoes are cool. Is there a shoe? Which one of those is the shoe store? Not that I can ever afford them. They were crazily expensive. Nikes, Air Jordans, I don't know. I don't know what all the kids are wearing these days. I get that they were imported from the eastern lands, but at that price they should be made of diamonds and dragon skin. Who buys something like that? For that price, they should have wings on them like Hermes. There's a Hermes, or a Mercury statue at the Mars Arboretum. Check it out. Winged shoes, you gotta have those. I mean, I know I would if I could, but that's beside the point, right? Ah, forget about it. No reason to dwell on such things. I still haven't decided what to do with my newly gained knowledge. Is that, by the way, her mention of shoes, is that foreshadowing something that's going to happen with a certain kind of footwear that might be made out of something that you usually drink out of? And never mind. Spoilers? No. Okay. Yeah, there's going to be a footwear twist in this game later, I hope. There better be, because it is not canon if not. Okay, everything about this business screams that I should use it as a leverage, but I don't know how. Not yet. I feel like, well, hold on. At least it gives me some space, some secure distance from Carmosa, knowing that I know about one of her precious secrets. It's almost sunset. I should be getting back home. So long, Freedom. It was a pleasure. Hope to see you soon. So Carmosa's coming back tonight, or the next day after. Maybe you could come and visit sometime, or at least write. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to Freedom, the concept of freedom? You want Freedom to come visit you? I'm just gonna come to your house with an American flag in my hand. How about that? Does that count? Alright. Well, that's that for now.